So, Hare Krishna. So, today we are reading that Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 2, verse number 57. Ya sarvatra anabhishesha tat tat prāpya śubhāśubham nābhinandati dveṣṭi tasya prajñā pratiṣṭhitā. In this material world, one who is unaffected by whatever good or evil he may obtain, neither praising it nor despising it, is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. So this shloka is part of the question which was asked by Arjuna on who is a sthit prajñā. So who is a devotee who is fixed in devotional service. So Lord is explaining now the person about yesterday, last Sunday we saw that how Lord spoke about the person who is in equanimity in both happiness and distress. Dukkhesu anidmana, sukhesu viktaspara, vitaraga bhaya krodha, sthiti vimuchite. So last week he told that a sthit prajñā person is undisturbed in mind amidst threefold miseries. Okay, and he is not elated when there is happiness, and he is free from attachment, fear, and anger. And now he is telling, now he is just continuing of what he already spoke. Now he is saying, not he is giving the more symptoms. So in the material world, one who is unaffected by whether good or evil he may obtain, neither praising it or nor depressing it, is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. So these are the symptom of a sthit prajñā, a person who is fixed in Krishna consciousness. And if we can cultivate these qualities, then we are at proper place. So first of all, Lord is telling about attachment. So what is attachment? So if we see the whole scripture, whole Vedic scriptures, Sanatana scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, everything is talking about attachment. Okay, and our existence in this material world is because of attachment only. Okay, so if we want to get out of this this cycle of repeated cycle of birth and death and the cycle of happiness and distress, and to be to be equipoised in both good and bad, then we have to get out of this false attachment. And only then, if we know that we are not this body and we are this full soul, then that is what the perfect knowledge is all about. Otherwise, we are in illusion itself. Okay, so and this attachment and this so-called so the so-called word called attachment is only there or only existing because of our identifying ourselves with this body. And all the things which is attached to body, we are all the things which is superficially we think belongs to us is cause of our attachment. And because of attachment, if it perishes, it is also cause of our miseries as well. Okay, so say for example, we are living outside outside of India. Okay, and we are walking on a road, and suppose there are all foreigners. Say for example, we're in China where hardly you will see any Indians. So you're walking on the road, and all of a sudden you see a brown person, and somehow you get into a conversation, and the first thing you ask is, from where you belong? And he replies, India. And then you will be like, oh, very nice, he belongs to India. Now then what will happen? We will share exchanges. Oh, which part of India? He will say something, you will say something, and then okay, he will say from what you are doing here. Okay, we have some Indians WhatsApp group or not, or some Indians are living here or not, where I can get Indian food, and this and that. The conversation will go on, and we will feel solaced when we meet this kind of person in an alien land. So why we feel any alienation in this scenario? Okay, anyways, that China is also part of the whole world, and they're also human beings. But why the alienation is there? The alienation is there because of ourselves identifying with this body. Okay, and because I don't know this third person, and just because he is from India, we have unknowingly we have developed attachment towards him, and this attachment is caused because I am an Indian, and this Indian, this body, because we are identifying this body as an Indian body. On the contrary, if you are a Pakistani and you get in touch with some Indian, you will not have same kind of affection because you are not identifying yourself with the Pakistani body, or so for American body. So all this attachment we see in our relationship, everything is because of identification, false identification with this body itself. And you see the whole lamentation, Arjuna's whole lamentation started because he was identifying on the self, identifying himself on the platform of bodily platform only. And that's why from shloka number 28 to shloka number 46 of first chapter, he gave so many reasons that why he will not fight this war. Even and in the purpose, Prabhupada says that all these people who came there to fight were not any saintly person. They were atatais. Atatais means the aggressors. So in Bhagavatam, in the scriptures, it said that if a person is burning your house, if some person who have burned your house, some person who have taken your wife away, somebody who have somebody is coming to kill you. There are six kind of aggressors. If you kill them, you don't get any kind of sin. And all these people on the Kaurava side, they were all sinners. They have done everything. They have given poison. They have burned their houses. They have disrobed their wives. They try to kill them. But still, Arjuna was having compassion. And this compassion arose because of attachment. And attachment of what? Attachment because of identifying himself with the body. Actually, Arjuna is already a liberated soul. But just because the knowledge of Gita needs to come, so that's why he was doing on behalf of the Lord, so that Lord can reiterate the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, and we fallen souls can take advantage of that. Okay, so whole attachment, which is, so he is without attachment. So first thing, everywhere you see, everywhere, that's where, the start of Bhagavad Gita itself, Krishna tried to make it very clear that the science of body and soul. So that's why he started with giving knowledge about the soul. And that is where, our, until otherwise we understand that we are not this body, we are soul, we are in ignorance only. And we will keep on suffering perpetually till the time we keep on identifying itself with this body. And if you see, this body is made up of dull matter. Okay, what this body is made up of? Five elements: earth, ether, water, fire, air. Earth, ether, water, fire, air. So these five elements are, they don't have any chetana, or they don't have any consciousness. They are dead matter. Okay, so this whole body is a dead matter. So when it starts to move, so when this atma, when this soul comes and sits into this body, this body, which is made up of material elements, starts to move. Okay, so acharyas, I have this seniors, they give example of car and the driver. Okay, so this car is defined, this body is like a car which is made up of material element, just like a car is made up of steel, aluminum, and then fiber. So many things are put in. So car by itself cannot move. It can move only when the driver comes in and starts the engine. Similarly, this body, which is made up of dull matter, cannot move until the driver, which is the soul, comes and resides here. And once it resides here, it starts to move. And when, just like that, when just like, just like the cab driver, when he abandons the car stops. It goes on standstill, and it will not move by its own. Similarly, when the atma moves out of this body by itself will not move. Okay, so you see how foolish we are. We keep on, throughout our life, we keep on identifying with the dead matter. And not only us, we keep on identifying with the dead matter, we will keep on identifying others on this dead material platform. Okay, so that's why, and all the designation which we have is on this dead matter only, on this body itself. We are Indian, we are Pakistani, we are Tamil, we are Telugu, this, that. So till the time we have this upadhis, till the time we have this designation, we are entangled in this material world. We are living in an illusory world. And because we are living in an illusory world, we are suffering. So until otherwise we get, it said the sarvapadhi vinurmuktam tat parvartena nimulam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchite, that we have to get out of all these upadhis, sarvapadhis. All the upadhis we have to get out, and we have to understand what is my real upadhi, what is my real constitutional position, is to serve the Supreme Lord. My real constitutional position is I am servant of the Lord. Okay. Similarly, if you see in our life also, there are so many women or so many men who are loitering on the street. This is millions of men and women are there who are loitering on the street. But there is one particular woman or man with whom we have some physical union or physical relationship, then that only we will claim, oh, this is my wife, this is my husband. And for that woman or that man, we will do so many things. Whatever, I mean, for others we might not do, but for that woman or that particular man, we can do so many things. We will do so many things. Why that particular attachment is that woman and that person, that man or that person? Why? Because of the so-called attachment. Okay, because we keep on calling this person or this man or woman that he is my husband, he is my wife, and we keep on serving them. So this attachment is also because of the bodily platform of life. Because we have a body connection, that's why we claim that he is my husband or he is my wife. And others, the millions of women who are roaming here and there, we don't have any connection with them. That we don't have any. So that's why we don't have any attachment or physical affection or affection with them. So again, this relationship. So what it proves is our relationship is also based on this bodily concept of life. All our relationship is based on all the attachment which we have is also because of this bodily attachment itself. Okay, if we don't have bodily connection, we are not bothered. Okay, say for example, there are so many children, I mean, roaming here and there, but why that particular children? Why particular boy? There are other boys who are more intelligent, the other boys who are more, more bright, more knowledgeable, or they are more beautiful, but still we have particular hankering for that particular boy. Why? Because he is my son, because he is taken birth from my womb. So again, this attachment is because of the so-called word my. Okay, so again this relationship is also on bodily platform of life. Okay, so all these attachment, and because of attachment, what happens is, because of this so-called attachment, we have so-called, so we forget. Okay, so because of attachment we get illusion. So you see in the second chapter further in Lord will say that how this how this anger and lust and all comes up. So what happens? Dhyayato vishyan pumsa sangaste upajayate sangat sanjayate kama krodho vijayate krodhat bhavati sammoha smriti vibhrama smriti vamsha buddhi nasha prashrati. So everything starts with contemplation. Dhyayato vishyan pumsa. So here also, because of so-called bodily affection, we are we are always conscious. Oh, my son should not have something should not happen to my son, something should not happen to my parents, something should not happen to my husband, something should not happen to my property. Okay, and because of this my, because of misidentification of with this material world, material things, we are suffering a lot. Okay, other day we had a discussion wherein we discussed wherein a car is there or a truck is there and it comes and bangs on a person, he dies. We don't have that much lamentation. But again, if there is some kind of body, if we have some kind of body relationship with that person, and this word "my" is tagged to him, our sorrow will increase many folds. Why? Again, because of this so-called false attachment with this body. Okay, so until otherwise, and so how to diminish this attachment, which is root cause of suffering? So we have to understand that all this identification is not correct identification, or all this identification is not our real identity. So until otherwise we understand what is a real identity, we'll keep on suffering. Okay, until otherwise we'll keep on seeing everything on the bodily platform of life related to this matter. That means we are not properly seeing itself. Okay, there was one great philosopher, Socrates. So Socrates, he was such an advanced person that he was propagating that he is not body, he is a soul and all. So that and that time the churches which were there, they were really opposed to these kind of ideas. And then they passed. The king said that because he's opposing, church ideology, he should be killed. So then they called him and they gave him poison. So Socrates said, "Oh, you think that you have caught me, but actually you have not caught me, and you have actually not seen me who I am." And then he drank the poison. He died. So what he was saying that they are seeing just the physical body, but the real Socrates is not the physical body. He is something beyond that. So in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it said that it's in Śubhāśubham Upanishad. It said what is the size of a soul? If you take the tip of a hair and if you cut into 100 pieces and again you further cut into so many pieces, then why in single pieces is the size of the soul. Okay, and that's because it's so much minute, we are not able to see it, and we keep on identifying with the body itself. Okay, so that's why, because it's, I mean, Srila Prabhupada goes on to explain, and because this soul is so much minute particle, these so-called, modern scientists and all, they are not able to identify the cause of the consciousness. They have everything. They are doing so many researches. They are doing so many postmortems. They are saying red blood corpuscle is there, this is there, heart is there, pumping is there, this is that. I mean, despite so much advancement, they are not able to get the cause of the uh, the movement of the body or the consciousness in the body. And but for us devotees, it's very easy, because we take the authority of the scriptures. If they can read the scripture, they will understand that we are not this body, and consciousness because of the soul. Okay, so until otherwise we understand that our identification is not this body, our identification is the soul, the attachment will never go. And that's where a learned person, a sthitapagya, is better than the devotee is better than a non-devotee or other person. Because a sthitapagya, a knowledgeable person, knows that he knows that he is not this body, and this body will perish. Dehenu yasminatha dehe kaumare myaunam jara tatha dehantara prapti dhirastatra namohiti. So everything which is created will take birth, will grow for some time, then it will slowly start to wane down, and finally it will perish, and the soul will get another body. So because he knows the science of the soul, and the science and the difference between soul and a body, he is dhira, he doesn't bother much. So that's why I say vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane ka hastini sunichava saphakecha pandita samdarshinaha. So knowledgeable person will see even a dog, elephant, or woman, everyone on the platform of a soul. So he will see soul in every. For us, we will see physical body. We will see, okay, he's black, he's white, he's woman, he's man. But a knowledgeable person or a person fixed in Krishna consciousness will see the Atma. He say, okay, this person is also there. He have the soul residing in his body, and he is not his real identity. He is beyond this body. And similarly, he will identify everybody with soul. Okay, and and so this is what, this progress, so this human life is meant to understand this purpose only. So this human form of life is given to us. The purpose of this human form of life is to understand, uh, come to a consciousness where we can understand that we are not this body, and we are a spirit soul. And that is what advancement in consciousness is. For us, we think, for materially people think advancement means they will have sophisticated way to do things. What? They will have sophisticated ways, to perform eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. They will find out new ways. But these foolish people, these materialistic people, they forget that all these ways which you devise to perform sophisticated way of eating, mating, sleeping, and defending are easily available to the animals, and they don't have to hanker much. And trust me, whatever taste we derive by eating on the 50th floor of a five-star hotel, or on a ground floor of small shanty house, remain the same. The nutrient level is same. Everything is same. The only thing which differs is ambience, and ambience by itself cannot give us happiness. Trust me, it will never give you happiness, because a dead matter can never give us happiness. Never ever. And so, what all wealth we accumulate, I mean, regardless of how much car you have, regardless of how much flats you have, regardless of how much property you have, regardless of how much money you have, if you don't have a second person, any other living entity or living being, living human being, you cannot enjoy, because matter by itself cannot give you enjoyment. That's where Arjuna's lamentation is coming upon. Arjuna is saying that even if I kill everyone, and if nobody is there, how will I will enjoy the kingdom? So if you have everything in your life, but if you don't have someone to share with you your sorrows, your emotions, your happiness and distress, your life is useless. There was one person, I was reading one article regarding Dale Carnegie. So there is this person, Dale Carnegie. He have given so a lot of, articles on how to make friendship, how to become successful in life and all. But you know how this person died? The person died by committing suicide. He had everything, name, fame, wealth, everything. But he himself is giving jnana on how to make friends, how to do this, that. He committed suicide because he all he had was money. Okay, but money by itself cannot give us happiness. So that means right now what we are doing is we are trying to find happiness in matter. Okay, we are trying to find happiness in things. Okay, we think if we get a big car, I will be happy. If we get a big house, I will be happy. Things can never give us happiness because things by itself are dead matter. So how we will get happiness? When we come to a person who is sajiva, who has a chetana, who has consciousness. So that, because if you don't have consciousness, nobody bothers to touch also. You see, recently, one film actress, she died, Sri Devi, if you have heard of. When she died, after that, when she was being taken for cremation ground, what they did, they dressed up the dead body very nicely, and they did very nice makeup and nice shringar, nice alankaram. They put all the jewelries, everything. It was there, everything was there. She was lying there as if she is, she was looking very beautiful. Even the dead body was looking very beautiful because so much makeup was done. But nobody was bothering to go and touch her. And whoever went to touch her, they have to go and take bath. Why? The same thing was there. Same, the same lady was being chased by so many men. She was dreamed for so many men. They wanted to enjoy her. She was there, lying there, but nobody was there going to touch her. Why? Because the Chaitanya was not there, because the consciousness was not there, because the soul was not there. So what this means, what do you understand? That for us to enjoy, we should have Chaitanya. Okay, we should have consciousness. Dead matter cannot bring happiness. But still, we are so much foolish that we are aspiring happiness from dead matter. And we are hankering and we are running after dead elements only. We are running after car, we are running after this, I want that, I want this. What are these? These are simply dead matter. Okay. And by the knowledge of scriptures, we understand that this bodily conception of life is not only cause of our misery, it is also cause of our getting another body. Okay. So Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Doshano Darshana. So it said in Bhagavad Gita that Yamamapi Swaram Bhavam Tajitanta Kalayoram Tam Tamivati Konte Sadatad Bhav Bhav. So if we are on the bodily platform of life, then we will think about matters. We will think about sense enjoyment. And Lord is so much um, affectionate to us. Lord is such a nice Father that whatever desires we have, He will fulfill it. So that's why it said that we have to. That's why our whole Vedic Sanatan lifestyle is derived in such a way that everything ends up with renouncement. Okay, we have the four purusharthas of this human form of life is dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So last is moksha, liberation, and then brahmachari, grihas, vanprastha, and sannyas. So what do we mean by sannyas? What do we mean by vairagya? Sannyas means leaving everything apart, leaving all this bodily body relationship, and focusing ourselves on the higher goal of life. So this human form of life is not given to us to perform just simply eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. It's more than that. It's more than that. So what it is meant for? It is meant for self-realization. Okay, we should human being is higher than the lower species of animal because we have this knowledge of questioning. So what we should question? That who am I? Why am here? Why these things are happening to me? I don't want this, but I am still forced out to do this. How to get out of this? How to get out of these problems? How to get out of these miseries? These are the intelligent questions one should ask. And when somebody asks this kind of question, that means knowledge. That is the real knowledge. Okay, that is the real knowledge. Otherwise, he is living just like an animal, because animal is only bothered about eating, mating, sleeping, and depending. Okay, so in Bhagavatam it said, Tesham nidhanam pramatta pashyanapi na pashyati. In Srimad Bhagavatam 2.1.14 it said, person divides of Atma Tattva, or who do not inquire into the problems of life, being too attached to the fallible soldiers like the body, children, and wife, although sufficiently experienced, they still do not see their inevitable destruction. That means, see how you know how heavy these words are. That if somebody is too much attached to this body, this children, this wife, this relationship, this family, this wealth, and all, and and he's not seeing his destruction, and he's not inquiring into the problems of life. And what are the problems of life? Birth, death, disease, and old age. These are the real problems of life. If somebody is not inquiring about all these, then what will happen? He is not seeing his inevitable destruction. So I will give an example and you will understand how. Say for example, I got a lot of money. You're all with me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So I will give a nice example. Srila Prabhupada quoted it very nicely. So he said that, so say for example, I'm working very hard. I'm working very hard. I have got a lot of wealth. Okay. Um, and then I construct a very nice house. I purchase a land in the center city center, and then I pay around 5-10 crore rupees for 200 square 3,000 square foot of land, and then I call the best of the architects and then best of the interior designers. Everyone we call, and then nicely they construct the house. We invest another 20, 30, 3 crores to construct the house, and then everything is set. I do a nice interior, everything I put in place, and then we are doing inauguration, and then just before the inauguration we are standing here before Graha Pravesh Mall, and then somebody comes and asks me, okay, so what is your plan? You already have a property, you already have a property. Now what is your plan? So what you are going to do with this house? And you say, I'm going to burn it. What you will say? What will be your reaction?
Are you mad or what? Like, why you constructed the house?
Others?
Mad only.
Mad only. Yeah. Radha Murli Mataji also, signal from there that his crude hila ho gaya uska. Okay. So he's a mad, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So Srila Prabhupada says that we are also mad only. Now can somebody say how we are mad then? Can somebody guess?
Yes, Prabhuji. Like the house is the body.
Others, you got it? Others?
Yeah, Guruji, now got it. And Shankar Prabhu told yes.
Yeah. So we are doing so many things for this body. Okay. Right from the morning till the night. We are just simply taking care of this body only. We are putting, if we are black, we have a black body. We are using Fair and Lovely. So many Fair and Lovely that the Fair and Lovely company is getting richer, but we are not getting fairer. Okay. And then Matajis, they have their own Ole. I don't know. This companies, they are just simply, they are just simply extracting money. And then if you see the advertisement, the whole advertisement industry, FMCG industry, is designed in such a way that they will induce you to purchase the thing which you don't want. And all of us know that once you have got certain color of your body, no matter how much you try, whichever cream you put, you cannot become fairer, or you cannot look nicer. But still, because we are induced, so many ads will be there, so many money they are investing, that they will be endorsed by the celebrities and all that. Okay, so we will be induced to purchase. So similarly this body, so we are taking so much care of this body. Okay, and what will ultimately happen to this body? This will get burned. Okay, and we are so much attached with this body that we are trying. If we have this, say for example, we have to go through various phases. This body itself will have to go through various phases, and for each phases we have a remedy also. Say for example, we are getting older, our body is getting older, and then with our eyes we are not able to see. So what we will do, we will go to an optician, and just like me, we will get a nice replacement done, so that I can counter my old age, and I will get a specs. If I see, like me, my hairs are falling, so I want to look younger, then what they will do, they will go to Dr. Batra, and they will get the hair transplant done, so that, or if it's getting grayed out, they will put black night kesh kala, kale walo ka rakhwala, they will put on that. And then they, like my teeth, teeth they are having sensitivity or something, they will put and get a replacement done. 25,000, 40,000, 50,000, so much money, I mean, they will do that. And then over the time, when you get older, the skin, they will start to get loosened up, so they will go and put some botox and all, so that it remain fresh. If the legs are paining, they will go and get very nice knee replacement surgery. I mean, the doctor said that it works, it doesn't work, they also know it will not work. eternally, but eternal. I mean, but they will just still do it. So we are trying to surpass all these problems. But ultimately, what will happen? Our
Prabhuji, sorry,
50,000.
Prabhuji, I'm sorry to disturb you. I just understand purpose. I just this question, one question.
Yes, sir.
I know everyone knows we are going to, I mean, death, right? हम लोग को तो पता है ना, सब लोग तो मरने वाला ही है, राइट? तो हम लोग क्यों खाते हैं? खाना नहीं चाहते, जेहेतु मेरे को तो मरना ही है ना, तो मेरे को क्यों खाना चाहिए? I mean, compared to this, you say we are, I mean, fair lovely, I mean, use करते हो तो खूबसूरत होने के लिए या that's why I'm just asking you, because everyone is knows we are going to death, right? So why you eat? Why? Have you got my point? I mean, what I'm.
Sorry, I couldn't get you. Sorry. Can you explain again to me?
एक्चुअली आपने बोला है कि हम लोग फैन लवली एक क्यों आई मीन यूज करते हो. मेरे को क्वेश्चन है कि ये तो हम लोग तो मरने ही वाला है ना, सो इसीलिए व्हाई यू यूज टू फैन लवली और समथिंग. सो माय क्वेश्चन इज व्हाई यू आई मीन ईट एवरीथिंग. सो बिकॉज वी आर नो वी आर गोइंग टू डेथ, राइट? जस्ट कंफ्यूज आई एम.
नहीं, कंफ्यूज होने का कोई जरूरत नहीं. There is no need to get confused. So you have to eat. Srila Prabhupada says we have to eat so that we can put this mind and soul together. And the purpose of this body is not to, the purpose of this human form of life is not to perform sense gratification and not to waste our, a precious time in things which is only, which is only going to get deteriorated further. So.
Sorry?
जो चीज जो खराब होने वाली है उसको ठीक करने में हमें टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करना चाहिए. I mean, you are going to get old. अभी old हो रहे हैं, that is a symptom, that is natural. Okay, you will get older regardless how much you will try. You cannot overcome that. So we should not focus on that. Whatever is naturally happening, let it happen. Our focus should be to get out of this repeated cycle of birth and death. Our focus should be how to do advancement in so making sure that this human form of life is utilized nicely. Okay, so eating is required so that we can maintain this body. So this human form of life is given to us so that we can question who am I, why this suffering are there. So we have to, regardless of what we are doing, is what this material science is doing, is trying to counter the things. I mean, trying to give a temporary solution, but we should be focused more on a permanent solution. So we should ask, I don't want to get older, why I'm getting older. We should ask, I don't want to get diseased, but why I'm getting diseased. We should ask, I didn't want to become black, but why I came in a blacker family. Or I don't want to become, I don't want to take birth in poor family, but why I'm still poor. So this is what the real knowledge is, and this is what we should seek the question and answer for. And so that is the thing we have to focus on, rather than other things which can be anyways we cannot solve it.
I mean, we are not focus these other things, right? We are just focused in only just Krishna. What? I mean,
correct.
Krishna.
हाँ, so why we need to eat, correct? उसके बाद कृष्णा के वो फोकस कर खाना खाने की क्या जरूरत है? You mean to say that?
No, I'm not saying this. You आपने बोला है ना कि अदर्स चीज, I mean, फेयर लवली का जो एग्जांपल दिया है, वो किस लिए I mean क्यों करना चाहिए? Actually, suppose we are not suppose when I mean not properly look like good, so you're not going to outside, and everyone is I mean avoid to you, right? Whatever you Krishna is too much fan, but everyone is I mean avoid to you, right? But when you just looking is so good, so then everyone is talk with you, right? Have you got my point? I mean,
again, you mean to say that if I don't put fair lovely on my face and I'm black,
मैंने बोलना चाहता हूँ कि आप खूबसूरत नहीं हो, आप अच्छे दिखते नहीं हो, तो कोई आपके साथ बात भी नहीं करेगा. बट आप जब खूबसूरत हो, तभी तो आपके साथ बात करने के लिए सब आएगा ना। मैंने मानता हूँ जो बदसूरत हो बट आपके कृष्ण भावना पे बहुत ज्ञान है, बट कोई आपके पास नहीं आएगा, राइट?
अच्छा,
But,
तो आप लोग, मैं क्या सलमान खान दिखता हूँ क्या कि आप लोग आए हो सुनने के लिए मुझे?
नो, बट उतना भी नहीं।
So that's what, you know. So again,
नहीं,
see.
Prabhuji, 1 second. Prabhuji, he is asking that we are concerning about our material body, na? If we are not concerned about it, so why we are eating? Suppose we are for outside look, na? We are concerning, we are focusing on that. We should not get that. So in that basis, he is comparing with eating. If why we will eat?
So for that, the answer is that we will eat so that we can maintain this body and soul together. And this human form of life is given to us for a higher purpose, so that we can cut the cycle of repeated birth and death. Okay, so this human form of life have some purpose. So that's, I mean, say for example, a hammer is used to hammer the nail. Agar wo hammer se we cannot press we cannot do, you know, ironing our shirt. So everything have a purpose. So this human form of body we are given to us with a purpose, so that we can inquire why I am into this cycle of repeated birth and death, why the suffering is there, why the problem is there, and we should try to go ahead and solve that problem rather than solving the problem which anyways we cannot be able to solve. It's a nature itself. Okay, so Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi or this, you know, black, white and all, this is about bodily conception of life. Again, coming to Bhavik Prabhu's question that if you are not looking good, nobody will be able to talk you. So again, these people who are not going to talk you just because you are, again, this beautifulness, sundarta or kharab dikhna, this is all conception of individual, it's an individual conception. You would have heard about this Heer and Ranjha. आप लोग ने सुना है हीर और रांझा के बारे में?
नहीं।
हाँ।
Sorry Prabhuji.
No, Prabhuji.
Okay, so this Heer and Ranjha was, you know, I mean, they were one boy and girl, they used to love each other, and then this lady, I think Ranjha was a lady, so this, or Heer, I don't know the name, but the lady, the girl was very ugly, not ugly in the sense, she was not very good looking, and this guy was very good looking, and then somebody came and asked him, why you are after this girl? Anyways, she's not looking good, you know. But then he told that, you know, I'm not running about the external beauty, I'm seeing the heart. Okay, so it's all about the perception. Okay, and the problem is, you know, we in India we have this so-called mentality of kala, gora, this, that, and all. So we try to underestimate ourselves. Okay, we think somebody is fairer, you know, he's beautiful, or somebody is a black, he's ugly. Nothing like that. Okay, again, it's bodily conception of life. अभी तक हम लोग क्या डिस्कस कर रहे थे इतने देर तक? We are discussing only that the attachment is because of this bodily identification of, you know, bodily conception of life. We are all identifying ourselves on this body, but are we this body? That is the main point to understand. ठीक है, तो अगर ये फेयर एंड लवली नहीं लगाएंगे तो ऐसा नहीं कि वो आपसे बात करेगा नहीं करेगा. प्रॉब्लम ये नहीं है कि आप फेयर एंड लवली क्यों लगा रहे हो. प्रॉब्लम ये है कि ये जो शरीर है, समझने की चीज ये है कि हम लोग इस पे फेयर एंड लवली क्यों लगा रहे हैं, to get some sundarta. Okay, we will feel we are looking happy, but what ultimately is going to happen to this? It's going to be burned. So the main purpose of life should not be to hanker कि मैं इतना सुंदर कैसे दिख रहा हूँ या नहीं दिख रहा हूँ. चाणक्य पंडित says a person's beauty is his knowledge. Okay, so Prabhupada in purports, you would have read, if somebody is reading Prabhupada's purport very nicely, he says that a fool is not identifying till the time he speaks up. So he can dress very nicely. He can put on all the nice garment, very nice, you know, he can carry iPhone also, he can wear, you know, nice gold bracelet, everything, whatever he can wear, but he will be identifying, he will be figured out the moment he speaks up. Okay, the moment he speaks up, you can gauge him, what kind of person he is. Okay, so you should focus on developing the knowledge. What knowledge? Knowledge about the self, knowledge about why I am suffering, knowledge about what is going to happen. Knowledge about that is important. Einstein, आपको देखोगे Einstein क्या? What Einstein is looking like a Salman Khan or what? Have you seen Einstein?
Yeah, I know.
What Manmohan Singh?
Yes.
Huh? Narendra Modi, Mamata Banerjee.
Yes.
So the thing is, I'm just giving a normal example. So one, even if you see materially, bhautik tarike mein, if you see on material platform also, knowledge is your beauty, your beauty. You know Stephen Hawkins. You know that guy Stephen Hawkins.
Yes, yes.
Rest of you know Stephen Hawkins.
Yeah, Prabhuji. No. Yes, yes.
Yes,
So how he looks?
A scientist.
Yeah, how he's a wheelchair bound. उसका मुंह ऐसा टेढ़ा है, उसका हाथ ऐसा है. I mean, see how he's physically challenged. But still, you know, your knowledge, don't be any kind of inferiority complex. Okay, we presume things which actually is not there on there in reality. So don't go behind somebody will talk to you or not. If you have knowledge, everybody will come and seek knowledge from you. Okay, और ऐसा रहता तो you see.
Actually, प्रभात है ना, फर्स्ट लुक देखने से तो आपके पास आएगा, तो आपके पास नॉलेज है या नहीं है वो बाद में पता चलता है, बट आपको देखने के बाद में ही तो आपके पास आएंगे ना.
तो प्रभुपाद तो 70 years old man थे. प्रभुपाद was 70-year-old man. ठीक है, वो फ्रेजाइल थे, उनको तो कुछ नहीं आता था. मतलब he was not very attractive or very वो, उनको तो कुछ नहीं आता. He was 70-year-old man. तो लेकिन वो क्यों प्रचार कर पाए? What was the reason?
Okay.
You getting me or not? At what age he went to West? 70 years of age. 70 years age में कैसा रहता है वो? Prabhupada used to walk with a small stick. Or he's an old Bengali person, not very fair, normal person. He went there. So on what basis is it? Because he have firm faith on Krishna. Because he have the philosophy. Because of the philosophy he spoke, he presented everything as it is. That's why people get attracted to you. Okay, आएगा नहीं आएगा, people speak, so many commentators are there, people are chasing them. Why they are being called to give discourses and all? Okay.
Okay,
So knowledge is your beautiful. जो ज्ञान है वो आपकी सुंदरता है. Okay, understood?
Yes, I got it. Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji.
So don't be in conception.
I want to ask one thing.
Yeah.
अभी इस Zoom में जो है सब लोग mute तो है because we have to hear what you are saying, but सब लोग video क्यों off करके रखते हैं? For me it's so important, like there's a direct connection when I see. I always every Sunday I think सिर्फ मैं ही हूँ एक वीडियो ऑन करके रखती हूँ. It's क्या reasons है दूसरे लोग क्यों नहीं करते on?
Mataji, that video takes a lot of data. And many times in the other groups also it has been noticed when people are on video, then there's a discontinuation. Okay. So normally we keep it off.
But I would love to see all of you all once,
Okay, I start my meeting.
Yeah.
मैंने सबको देखा नहीं.
Okay. And actually ये लोग क्या है ना, सब लोग ना impersonal philosophy में believe करते हैं. So all these people they are thinking Lord is impersonal. So
I don't know. I always feel connected, when I see someone rather.
Actually, it's kind of disrespect to speaker also. Yeah. If you keep on mute, but it is as it is.
Nice.
See, Bhavani Prabhu is in वो उसमें galaxy में है. So they don't want to reveal their powers.
Okay, this is very
good. Prabhuji, Mataji, that is not like that. I am with mobile, so full 1 hour, 2 hour, I cannot keep mobile on. So that I'm just keeping one side and with earphone, I'm sitting 1 hour. So that is the problem.
Okay. No. So you can, all of you can, introduce, Mataji is, asking Ajay Prabhu, Abhik Prabhu. You can show,
Yeah,
Arun
this is
Prabhu.
Gita. Okay, this is Arun Venkat. And there's one more, and this is Meeta. Yeah.
Ajay Prabhu.
He doesn't want to.
Yes.
So probably at 11 o'clock when we start a session, we could just see each other. And फिर हम लोग सब अपना, मैं भी next week से video off कर लूँगी.
No, it's okay.
No, you are with a laptop. That's why it's not problem. I am with mobile, so for 1 hour.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. Nagesh Prabhu.
But at the session last, we can while discussion that time we can for 10 minutes we can keep on video on.
Okay.
That is not at all.
Yeah, you can see Mataji Nagesh Prabhu also. Abhik Prabhu. Abhik Prabhu, are you there?
I think it's not.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Abhik Prabhu, yes. You unmute कर लो अभी प्रभु. You are still on mute.
Okay.
Hare
Prabhu, I am
Krishna Mataji.
visible. I can't see others. I don't know what is the.
नहीं आप ना
Prabhuji, I
वो
can
गैलरी व्यू में जाइए. अजय
अरे
प्रभु,
वो
you can go in
gallery
gallery
view
view.
So with
See, abhi, see, now this session is more lively. I mean, we are thinking, okay, we
yeah.
are speaking to someone. Otherwise, now I have to presume कि यार समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है.
how to go, Prabhu? I am not able to see anyone.
प्रभु वहाँ पे व्यू में होगा ना एक ऑप्शन, वहाँ पे गैलरी व्यू आता है. स्पीकर व्यू, गैलरी व्यू.
I can see participants.
You are in mobile or you are in?
No, laptop.
Okay, okay. So in laptop, you will see the view. In the view section, there is two views: speaker view and gallery view.
I can see you. No, I can't see more options. I don't see anything more. I can share my screen. I can see the participants. That's it.
भवानी प्रभु, आप एक्सपर्टीज में बताइए कैसे कर सकते हैं.
नहीं प्रभु जी, ऐसा कुछ एक्सपर्टीज नहीं है. ये तो पीछे बैकग्राउंड ऑप्शन आता है. डेली जूम चलाते ऑफिस में एक दिन किसी को दिया था, किसी को देख के.
प्रभु जी वो डॉट्स है,
थ्री डॉट्स रहेगा ना.
डॉट्स में आ रहा है डिसेबल वीडियो रिसीविंग. दैट्स इट. व्हेन आई क्लिक.
नहीं तो आपको स्क्रीनशॉट लेके भेजेंगे अजय प्रभु.
नहीं, I will go to mobile then.
My son also want to come and see. आजा इधर. So yeah. So Ajay Prabhu, once you're ready, let us know. कि जब आप सबको देख पा रहे होंगे. So others, please open your videos. So many times I have told
I'm sharing my video. Yeah.
आप नहीं आपको
No.
बाकी लोग
Are you able to see my, because I am broadcasting my. नहीं, मुझे बाकी लोग नहीं दिख रहे, but I'm visible or not?
Yeah,
I am sharing my video.
visible है अजय प्रभु.
Last.
By next Sunday, you will figure it out, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. We are able to see it.
So Prabhuji, you are based in Chennai, is it?
Yeah.
Bhavani also? Chennai?
Yeah, everyone.
अच्छा, सब लोग Chennai. Okay.
Yeah, Chennai.
Okay.
I have taken the photos of that book. So you told me to share. How do I share it?
WhatsApp group में share कर दीजिए प्रभु.
WhatsApp group. Okay, ठीक है.
Okay. So let us finish this. Okay. So only little part is pending. We have covered most of the thing. Okay. So somewhere the conversation got lost. Anyways.
Sorry,
so, No problem. No
I
problem. So this, so similarly, that person who is mad because he's going to burn his house after making it. Similarly, we are also mad because ultimately how much ever care we are taking or giving so much pampering to this body, this is going to end ultimately. Okay, so Srila Prabhupada he explains that this material world, whole material world is like bubble in the ocean. Okay, just like you travel in the sea or you go on the shore, there are so many bubbles which keep on forming every time the waves come, and after the waves come, it will be there for a few minutes and it will get bounced out. Similarly, this body is also like that. It's there. You have taken this body, This body is there, it will be there for some time, and it will finally perish. So everything, everything is bounded by kala or time. So whatever we see with this material eyes is going to perish, going to get vanished in due course of time. Everything is perishable. Okay, so Srila Prabhupada goes on to explain that so why we are running after these perishable things. So the intelligent person will not hanker off these things which are perishable. The intelligent person, a person in knowledge or prajñā, will think which will give her, such a permanent thing. Okay, so similar kind of a shloka is also there in chapter number 9, shloka number 57, where it says, Ya sarvatrānabhisnehas tat prāpya śubhāśubham nābhinandati dveṣṭi tasya prajñā pratiṣṭhitā. He who is without attachment, who does not rejoice when he obtains good, nor lament when he obtains evil, is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. Okay, and then this is what intelligence is all about. So until otherwise we are on this material platform of life, where he thinks that this body is whole and soul, and this body, till the time we will be entangled and we will suffer. And once we understand that we are not this body, we are soul, then we will not lament for anything, because we know that if something happens, say for example if we do something, so why the lamentation is because we think whatever we have created should stay for eternity. But if we create something and it perishes, then we should not bother, because we know that everything is bounded by eternal time, and Krishna says, I am the eternal time. So if there is something good, if it's there, if it remains there, it's well and good. If it's it perishes, then also it's no problem. Because even if somebody perishes, there is no cause to lament. Why? Because say for example, this dehinosmita dehe komare nindra tatha dehantar prapti virasatana. So the dehantara will happen. Okay, so the soul which was in this body will transmigrate to some other body. So at the time of death, there are only two options available. Two things can happen. If you are Krishna consciousness, antakale chamamem, if you are able to remember Krishna, if you are able to remember Krishna, you will go to Krishna. Yadyatva nivartante tadhamam parama. From there you don't have to come back, and that is Vaikuntha Loka. There we don't have any miseries. But if you have certain kind of material attachment which is related to this body, so what you will get? Lord is so much nice Father that he will provide us another material body. And how many options are there? 84 lakh species of life are there. So 84 lakhs options are there, wherein we can go and fulfill our desires. Okay, so intelligent person will, so that's where the whole scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, everything is focusing on getting out of this attachment to this material body. And this knowledge will come only when we come in touch with the devotees, when we come in touch with the real knowledge. And where the real knowledge is? The real knowledge is given in Bhagavad Gita by the Lord himself. So if we come in touch with the Lord, we read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, then we understand what our actual position is, who we actually are, and what we need to do. Okay, so all these material things, all this material knowledge will perish at the end of this body. So whatever wealth, whatever property, whatever things whatever degree, PhD, BA, B.Ed, whatever we have, will get lost at the time of the one stroke of death. Will take away everything. But this spiritual knowledge, this bhakti, will never end. Even if a small amount of bhakti, if a small amount of devotional service to the Lord, will help us, for eternity in our next birth also. So what we should focus is, instead of focusing too much on this body, how to maintain this, all of us, we are worried about maintaining this body. All of us, our everything is centered around this body only. And everything we are doing is for the sense gratification. These are the four primary things all our actions are centered on. So, and this center of only animal, if human being is centering his life around these four things, then he is as good as animal. He is not a human being. He is as good as animal, because animal also focuses on these things. But this human form of body is so much precious. According to the scriptures, we understand this human form of body is there to do what? Self-realization, Atma Sakshatkar. Okay, and how when you will do Atma Sakshatkar? So Prabhupada explains that out of so many millions of people, so everybody is running after money. So all the people are running after money. So they are working very hard so that they can get some amount of money. And with that money, what is the purpose? All of us we are running money for what is the purpose? The purpose is so that I can do sense enjoyment. Exactly. So that is the only purpose we are running. We are running after, hankering after money or getting more wealth. So the purpose is to do sense enjoyment. Out of these thousands of millions of people who are running after sense enjoyment, few become frustrated. Okay, only few will become frustrated. Why? Because this person, they will keep on doing the enjoyment. They will go in some bar, they will go in some discotheque, or they will keep on doing something again and again. And after doing again and again, they will realize, yeah, I'm not getting any taste out of it. You know, why people, you know, go and try out various restaurants? The reason is they want variety. And you trust me, in this world there is no variety. They will say, oh, that restaurant I go now, that is very nice. What is the nice? Nice thing is about ambience. That's it. Otherwise, the same masala is poured on the food. The same rice is there. Then basmati, whatever normal rice, the same dal is there. Well, just because the ambience is different, they will think, oh, I have done something nice, or something is different there. There is no variety there, and then they become frustrated. So they start and then once this getting frustration in this material life is a prerequisite for getting out of it. Until otherwise we are frustrated in this material form of life, whatever life we are living like an animal, we will not get out. We will not get that hankering to get out. So we are here, we are discussing this just because we have understood that this life is so much frustrating. People will say, you know, devotees are very pessimistic. People, they are very always, they will see, you know, they will talk like this. What is their sense enjoyment, this, that. No, devotees are very, very practical. Prahlad Maharaj says, in this material, what we are doing, we are chewing the chewed. Puna puna charvi charvanana. So the sugarcane juice is already out. The juice, everything is gone. But still we are trying. So that's why we are trying. Okay, here I'm not getting satisfied. Okay, let me go there. There are also same problem. So out of these so many karmi who are running after money, few get frustrated. And then they start to question themselves. Why I'm getting this frustration? How to get out of it? And then they will start, Prabhupada says, then they will start to seek real knowledge, spiritual knowledge. And out of these people who are seeking spiritual knowledge, few will get liberated. Few will come to a stage where they will understand they are not this body, they are soul. And they will try to get out of it, and they will progress on the path of devotion service. They will explore more. And out of that, only few will understand that Krishna is everything. Vasudev Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. The ultimate goal of the human form of life is to get out of this repeated cycle of birth and death. And how that can be achieved? That can be achieved when we take shelter of the Supreme. So this is the thing. So everything starts, all the problem of our life start with ourselves identifying with the human form of this material body. Okay, and because of this, there is a vicious cycle. You know, then this person is there, and then this person this person is alone. Then he gets married. Then he have the attachment with this woman. Then with this woman, they will have some byproduct. They will have some children. With the children, they have some attachment. Then with this wife, children, they will add some property. They will have some. Then the attachment, you know, goes on with the property. Then to the grandchildren, and the cycle keeps on moving, and so much so that at the time of death, this person is not able to remember the Lord. He is just trying. He is always thinking, how I will settle my son. It's called karma bandhi, karma granthi, and it gets entangled in the karma. And then how to get out of this entanglement in the karma? By doing profound bhakti. Vasudeva bhakti yoga prayojita janatasya vairagam jnanachadati. By devotion. Okay, so hriday granthi. So this heart, you know, they have granthi. I mean, because of this attachment to the body, the heart, you know, get so much knots. And how we can cut these knots? By knowing our own constitutional position, what actually I am, and who am I, what is my purpose of life. And that we will understand when we approach a bona fide guru, when we approach a bona fide scripture. Okay, and when we read scriptures, when we read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, then we understand who we are and what is the purpose of our life. Okay, so I would humbly request all of you to not waste your human form of life, which is so much precious, which we get after 84 lakh species of life, going through 84 lakh species of life. and we should not waste our time in the things which we cannot solve. We should try to solve the real problem of the life, and solving that is very easy. We have to perform devotional service. And how to perform devotional service in Kali Yuga? By chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Okay, so if we can do that, if we can center our life in such a way that everything is there for the pleasure of the Lord, and every activity we are doing for the pleasure of the Lord, then our life is successful. Then we will need perfect knowledge. When we understand who we are, who is Lord, what is our relationship, and how to maintain that relationship, and how to get out of the repeated cycle of birth. That is real knowledge. Otherwise, whatever material knowledge we'll have will get demolished, vanished at one single stroke of finish. Okay. So my humble request is, please take on this path of devotional service, and please become serious in this, so that you can achieve the goal of the human form of life. Hare Krishna. So anybody have any questions? We'll take on questions now.
Yes, Prabhuji. Actually, I need your suggestion. Actually, hello.
Yeah, please tell me.
Actually, this story is 27th September. This start. I'm actually I am stay in Paniyur, and Paniyur to ISKCON temple is this I think 30 minutes walking distance. Okay, so every morning 27th September, just walking purpose, we went to ISKCON temple. So that time this one guard is say this temple is closed, so 1st October is open. Okay, so I'm so happy. Okay, so 1st October, then we are decided. So 1st October, or just morning walk purpose, I will go every day and just take a darshan, and see darshan and come back.
Okay.
Then 1st October, when I go there, so that others guard is say, no, it's not possible. I'm not going to this temple. Then I asked you, why you not going to a temple? This is a rules. 9 to 11, and this temple is open 9 to 11, and 7 to something. So
okay,
actually that time I'm just feel is why you ISKCON temple. What purpose is temple is made? Because if we are going to there, just satisfy just darshan and then come back and just and feel happy. That purpose we are going there, but there have this is a temple, right? So if you too much restricted and too much rules, so this is not a temple. This is actually looks like a corporate house, right? So I'm just thinking, why this rules is this is temple, everyone is open. This temple should be open every time, but why you take too much restricted, too much rules. Just I'm thinking, I'm just suggesting. So in this type of happen in future, so what should I do? That time I'm so upset. I'm thinking, why this temple? Actually, I know this temple is always open everyone, but this first time I just realized, no, temple is sometimes it's the rules coming. So that time temple is not open every.
Yeah, okay. So you say that why you went, and then why they didn't allow, they said there is a timing. Okay. So first and foremost thing you should understand, right now it's a corona time. Okay. So everything, the government has certain regulations. Okay. So even though we are devotees, so devotees are a perfect person. They don't want to create problem in the society. So we have to follow the rules and regulations of the government. Okay. So whatever government rules and regulation they will say, we have to follow it. We are not fanatics. Okay, and so that is the reason the timings are setting up. Regarding rules and regulations, so rules and regulations, our timings are there so that we don't think the deities who are there in the temple are not stones. Okay, they are the Supreme Lord. Okay, Lord is ascending there. So just like you want to take sleep, you sleep at night, correct? Abhik Prabhu, you're on mute. You're trying to speak, but you're on mute. You're on mute, Prabhu.
Can I say something?
Sir, tell.
You know, after Corona, this rule is not happen. Every time you'll go and take a darshan, right? But before Corona. But after Corona, this rules is why you rules, because you know temple is open every time,
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm explaining. Just try to listen. So what I'm saying is, Prabhu, that the deities who are there, they are not stones. They are also person. Okay. So just like they have timing for you to sleep. Now, listen first. So you have timing to sleep.
Yes.
You go to sleep at certain timing. So Lord also goes to rest at certain time. Okay. So only Lord will wake up at 4:30. What time you will wake up?
Me, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock you will wake up. So Lord will wake up at 4:30. Then Lord will be offered some bhoga. He will be woken up. He will brush his teeth. Everything will be done, and then he will offer certain bhoga, and then the aarti will be performed. Then the altar will be closed. Why the altar is closed? Because the shringar needs to be done. Because if you see the deities, they have to give shringar. Every day after taking bath, what you will do? You will put on your gel and all. You will put whatever you like. You will put on your face. Everything. You will look nice, so that you become presentable. Na? You are saying correct. So similarly, Lord is also given that thing. So Lord is given shringar. The old clothes are changed. New clothes are given. The hand, feet, and mouth are washed. Then the new garlands are put in, new clothes are put in, new shringar is done, and then finally the altar is open at 7:15. Then the aarti is done. Okay, after the aarti is done, again the bhoga needs to be done. So that's why the temple, this altar, this curtain closes, bhoga is offered, and then till 8 o'clock this Bhagavatam class is there. So till the time Lords eat, the altar is closed, and then again the altar will open, short aarti will happen, and then the altar will be opened till 12 o'clock. Okay, after 12 o'clock, usually in afternoon time, everybody will go to take rest, correct?
Yes,
so after 12 o'clock, Lord will be offered bhoga. You also will eat in afternoon. Around 12:30, you will take your lunch. Lord will also be given lunch. He will take the lunch, and then he will go to rest.
No,
Okay,
I'm talking about this after. Before Corona, this rule is not happened. Not. Lagu nahi tha. But after Corona, why you? This rule is. Lagu ho gaya.
कौन सा rule, Prabhu?
एक्चुअली मैं संडे को मैं जिस टाइम पर जाता हूँ तो उस टाइम पर भी मंदिर ओपन था बिफोर कोरोना. बट